if there is one thing we have done a lot on this channel, that would be playing a monarchist nation, and to be precise, the Habsburg path. We have played a lot of Habsburg paths on this channel, which astounds me because there's one path we have not played yet, aside from another one that is coming very soon, but that's gonna be a painful video for later, because the path I'm talking about today is from the glorious nation of Hungary, which you voted for. Just saying, real democracy on the channel, and no, we're not doing that. So yeah, today we are going to play Habsburg Hungary, and I gotta say, it might be the strongest Habsburg path yet. And once again, Germany will not have a good time. So without further ado, Araman, historical, and go. First things first, research, we're gonna be quite basic with machine tools and construction, adding engineering for all of the juicy bonuses here. Focus tree wise, I shall ignore industry and remilitarization for a while, and we're just gonna rush down the Habsburg path. So let's enter Regency, get political power and non-aligned support, make Horthian Admiral, very cool, and yeah, get more advisors. Beautiful. Industry-wise, we can't really build anything because we have this very beautiful modifier for mills, and even this would take a very long time, but what actually takes no extra time is infrastructure, so we're just gonna build that, giving us more resources, which we will need. We will kind of fight the world today. It is what it is. As for production, for now, gone. Our political power gain right now is also, let's call it less than favorable. It is not good, but with today's path, we can fix that quite fast. And we're gonna do more than just fixing it, okay? We're gonna have a lot of political power later. And with the first three focuses done, fixing our nation a little bit by removing this modifier and giving us this spirit for gaining political power and losing support we don't want for 1 year, we're gonna now reach out to the candidates, giving us stability and unaligned support. Sadly though, 70-day focus. Yeah, I still don't like them. They're so long and we don't have any time. The Germans are coming. Come on, please. More 35-day focuses. I need them. Something I might have not told you about today's video. We will do a semi-horse only challenge today because Hungary might be the most broken nation for going calf only. I didn't know that until I did this test run, but the amount of modifiers you get for horses throughout this focus tree, especially in this path, is kind of crazy. So yeah, we're gonna do a semi-calf only playthrough today, dominating the world with horses and restoring the glory of the Habsburgs. Yeah, today's gonna be a fun video. Challenging, but fun. As for advisors, we're gonna start boring. Silent workhorse for more political power. Very good. And of course, we're gonna rush down even further the Habsburg path, changing Hungarian monarchy to Habsburg rule restoration, adding recruitable population factor and war support, but some people are not gonna be happy for some time. I think I'm also gonna be a bit unpredictable today and do a little bit of navy too, because we have to defeat the allies today, and for that we will need a navy. So yeah, let's do that. So that focus also done. I would say for now, let's get promises of peace, basically negating the modifiers we just gained from the focus for 1 year, but meaning they will not declare war on me, which, you know, is kind of bad. I don't want them all to gang me up at once, you know, would be end of the run. So we accept the negative modifier for now, and invite Otto back to the throne, giving us more political power, more recruitable population, and once again more political power and less generated war tension limit for justifying wars. Plus, we gain some Habsburg leaders as generals and field marshals. Very, very cool. I just want to say this choice is not really a choice because the Otto path is so much better. I mean, it's cool that there is a choice, but what you get here is underwhelming and okay, while what you get on the Otto path is a lot more. A lot more. So yeah. Plus, the modifiers are also amazing in here. Let alone because now we're gonna unlock the joint focus tree, which is a completely new part of the focus tree we unlock for the entirety of all the nations that will join Austria-Hungary, which best of all, we don't even have to interact with for most of the time, because all the nations that will join our empire as puppets can also do these focuses, and they will, mostly. So we can just lean back, do our focus tree, and get these bonuses on the side, because other nations will do them. This is amazing. And looking at political power, also looking a lot better. We're nearly at 2 a day now. It's still 1936. This path is strong. Even better, we can bring in this guy, and now we actually gain over 2 a day. Yeah, we will not have a political power problem this time around. Not really.
Are you sure?
So, first on the chopping block, Austria. We do get some stuff we have to look at to make it more likely that they will join. And I think so far, especially because I built a few more extra horse division on the side, and we can pop out even these, might be all in place, because I even improved relation. Focus is done. This over here might be a bit of a gamble, because we're not that strong yet. So, you know what? I'm gonna be a bit cheeky here. Go down the Habsburg Alliance and get ourselves Poland, which doesn't have 100% chance to say yes, but let's say 80, a very high chance, and Czechoslovakia for now doesn't. What I can also show you now is our shared focus tree, which we couldn't do yet, but as soon as Austria will join, and trust me, they will join, I just need to do this first focus over here, and then we unlock the entire focus tree for all of our puppets and us, most importantly, okay? Completely out of nowhere, total surprise, Austria says yes, becomes our puppet. We can bully them a bit now and get Burgenland, you know, getting back to Hungarian claims. We're also not called Hungary anymore, by the way. We're called Transleithania. I gotta be honest, this doesn't look like a hard word, but I said it like 6 times in a recording now, so I'll just take the last take. I don't care anymore, okay? I'm sorry to my Hungarian viewers. This is kind of breaking my mind. And with Austria joining, we can do this one next. Plus, we can make a faction goal. They're all bad. They're all not that good. I guess expand the faction. We will do that one or the other way, so let's do that. And they gave us Burgenland. Very beautiful. I shall use that manpower to get more horses. And I can't do that yet. All blocked by the Treaty of Trianon. Oh no, I don't get army experience. This is so sad. The cool thing about this path though is that every time you take over a nation, they get the Habsburg flag, plus they get a Habsburg leader. Meaning we lost this guy as our field marshal now, poor old Joseph August, but he's leading Austria now. So yeah, that works in our favor. And with that focus done, Austria will do us a favor anyway by doing all of these focuses. So let's just turn over to Poland. Poland, do you say yes? They do. That is very lucky. Turning Poland into the Kingdom of Poland and adding them to our faction, not as a puppet, but they are in our faction now. And I think with them on our side, I'm gonna be bold and protect, on quotation marks, Czechoslovakia and hope they say yes. If they say no, we might be in a big war because, you know, kind of guaranteed by Romania. So yeah, of course, not that I would ever forget that this protection exists. And don't check the stream bot. First run doesn't count. What I will do is I will slightly prepare the army, and even here we get cav bonuses. That makes us even stronger. So yeah, let's go. I did just remember I can just steal the Austrian troops, so you know what? I shall do that, just to kind of bolster our numbers against Czechoslovakia, which does kind of like us, so they do actually not hate us. And we are lucky. There is a chance to say no here, and I played high risk, high reward. They cave in, turning them into the Kingdom of Bohemia, Moravia, and Silesia, and putting Albrecht Franz von Habsburg on the throne. Very good. Now, as for my last trick, I'm gonna ask for Slovakia, because we need the cores, otherwise we'll never have enough army to ask for Transylvania. I will also be returning these units to Austria, because I would like to work with mostly our own units and horses. But this here is super good news, because against Germany, having a loyal Czechoslovakia makes this a lot easier. Fighting them first would be very horrible to our plans. And with that focus done, we get back Slovakia, and with all the cores on it, we gain enough manpower to actually build more units. I would say we use that to go against Yugoslavia, which will most likely, very much most likely, say no and will start our first war. We do want to go to war because we can lose this treaty by just going to war, meaning we don't need to do the focuses, meaning we can very much, you know, build up an army and reform our army, something we do need to do against the Germans. I will also start building mills now, even though it takes for kinda ever, but because I'm optimistic we will break the treaty very soon, that will change shortly. Focus is done, and we just gain a war goal, so that answers the question if they will say yes or no. They can't say yes, so they say no. Maybe I read this focus wrong, to be 100% fair. But with that done, I would say I get down here now, getting the first cav bonuses, which I do want, and also start our first conflict against Yugoslavia, calling in Romania, which will avoid the guarantee from France on Romania, because we're not declaring on them. They are joining a war where we declare on Yugoslavia, which has no guarantee from France. Therefore, we should be fine. I'm also going to call all of our puppets in, because, yeah, I can't fight this alone. This should also remove the horrible treaty now. Goodbye treaty, and bypass some focuses. Very, very good. This is where I kind of cheese the focus tree a little bit to get ahead of, you know, Germany, because now we can... we're missing a bit of war support. support. Can I get that? Oh, I think we can get there. So I will do this first, mobilize first, and then with enough political power, go to war economy instead of partial. That sounds a lot better. Our army right now, of course, is not very ready for this war, but on the other side, if you play our cards right, we should just dominate this. So a successful breakthrough over here. Upside of horses now, they might not be strong, especially the current division we're working with. Yeah, I have no army experience to change that. It kind of really sucks. And the other one is worse. So what I will do is use the speed of the horses and just walk around them quicker, then they can kind of reorganize. That is the big plan right now. And I think we should be able to get all the way to the capital. No problem. Yeah, we did. And from there on, we're gonna snake more and more and more to really break through and thin them out, because we have the numbers right now, even though it might not look like that. Yeah, I gotta say, so far we're pushing very deep, so very good. 99%, 100% Yugoslavia is gone. That was, yeah, quite quick. I'm gonna do something very nice and play with puppets a bit. So we have nice borders, creating puppets here in the south and taking the land directly over here for ourselves. Different reason for that. As for our puppets, we can just take resource rights for these provinces, plus war reparations of the factories, meaning peace treaty, done. As for the land over here, we can place a Habsburg on the throne of Croatia, bam, giving all of this land to the Kingdom of Croatia-Salvonia under Joseph Franz von Habsburg, creating once again a new nation, being able to help with these focuses. And these bonuses apply mostly equally. And okay, we don't get enough war support. That is super sad. Let's just go partial then, so we can actually build some mills in decent speed. We even lost the province over here, I guess. Doesn't matter if they push over here and we push in the back, we're still winning. With forces, it's all about pushing around them, thinning really out the front lines and taking victory points quicker than they can react. And that's why I really love force armies, because yeah, they just do that super effectively, and that means we can easier push later. And would you look at that? Everyone is doing something. And I didn't even know that. Even the non-Habsburg puppets can interact with this focus. So we have Montenegro doing industrial planning. Okay, puppets are a good thing then, because there's a lot of split of focuses, so more people can do focuses in the future. Yeah, that's beautiful. We officially encircled most of the Romanian army over here, so they might do the different approach now, where instead of just snaking through, we actually just win the war by sheer force. Okay, maybe we can do both. To be fair, we can still snake. If we lose a horse division, once again, they're not big, so we're not really missing anything, even if they get encircled. So yeah, I don't really care that much. What we can do now is finally get a chief of army, offense expert, very good, giving us offensive attack for later, and I will use it in Germany. We're gonna be quite on the attack there, plus arm experience, which I do need, because these units need to be reformed 100%, and they're not good. Even though they might look like they performed super well here, we had a help from a lot of allies, so yeah, we shouldn't get overconfident with the horses yet. I am working on it, okay? We're getting the modifiers over time, and we are in Bucharest, plus an encirclement. Beautiful. As I said, I kind of love these horses. It is so stupid. War is over. We got less points now, so I have to be careful for the beginning and take the land I really want. And after that, puppet Romania. Poland achieved long Poland. Have fun. But with that conquest succeeded, I would say let's concentrate on the real threat again. Our neighbor in the north wanting to visit our empire very soon. So yeah, we gotta kind of bolster up our army and prepare for the visit. More and more focuses to be finished from the shared focus tree, which again, super nice. We don't need to do anything. Our puppets do everything here. Plus, we just gained our first horse modifier. I have nothing to add, but very good. And as much as I would love more horse modifiers that are down here in the focus tree, I would say let's build up our industry a little bit, because I do need research slots, especially if we want to build a navy at some point. So yeah, let's do that. And yeah, the Germans are justifying, meaning we should stop drilling. My horses for this attack, once again, not perfect, but decently enough, 14 with support equipment and some support here. They're not gonna be amazing, and we don't have all of the bonuses yet. We only have really this one, plus of course Cav Leader. And in a second, much as I love a grand battle plan, you know me, I do love it a lot, we're gonna go down mobile warfare, because horses are quick, and this way they're even quicker, plus 10% speed, I take it. And later on, mounted infantry. Once again, good bonus for horses, on top of all the other bonuses we haven't even all talked about yet. Yes, there's more than what I just showed you. It is crazy in Hungary. It is so stupid. And there we go. The Germans ask us for the Sudetenland, because we're the overlord, and what we're gonna say is go away. They won't, spoiler, but if they are doing some mistakes, like having very little amount of troops over here and trying to push... Oh, I forgot about protecting his province. Into here, please. Yep, we should be fine. And the best news is that we don't need to protect everything. Just Czechia, because that's the nation they attacked for the land. And ourselves, because I will call no one in to minimize the front lines, but they still need to protect all of the front lines with every ally we have, just to be safe. So yeah, we're gonna have a grand old time over here, letting them push us, and very soon push them. I will also use this opportunity to go to war economy and extensive conscription, get a cav specialist from here, and immediately employ him in the high command, giving us even more bonuses. And yeah, I think we could be able to push through here, because they have no real air force up. Encircling 4 units, pinning those, maybe even taking Breslau. And yeah, encirclement. They are sweating. Let's see if we can hold all of this. Gonna be a bit risky, but if we could, that would be huge. I take it back. We have 2 encirclements because they pushed so aggressively, and we could just encircle these units too. Yeah, everything's going fine. As I said, we're not gonna play defensive for long. We're gonna use our horses. Yes, we're still fighting with just horses to do some early damage against the Germans, and we don't even have a real air force. That's all the Germans controlling the air. I'm just using a little bit to protect our industry back here, but that's only interception. So, you know, I'm not really contesting the real air supremacy. I mean, we're not even building fighters right now, so yeah, we're quite limited in that. But because the Germans are still weakish at this point of the game, we can just push and win. It sounds stupid, but yeah, with quick horses and good bonuses on these horses, even with the limited bonuses we just have for now, you can do a lot. Yeah, another encirclement, so good news. And still, in the background, our puppets are doing the shared focus tree, where, of course, I don't agree with everything. I don't need reinforced industry for free repair and factory bombing vulnerability. This modify would just be straight up better. But they're also giving us some other stuff that is good, and all of this is basically free for us. We didn't spend any time doing any of these focuses. Even better, they're working on horse bonuses right now, which we do need. Here, I do hope they go down the Polish model for breakthrough and cav attack instead of the Hungarian model, which gives us defense and speed. That pocket is closing too by losses so far. Some on our side, but to be fair, I pushed quite aggressively, while the Germans have 200k, more than double. Soviet volunteers, sure. We captured Heinz Guderian. That is so stupid. And yeah, we're pushing in Bavaria now. I'm also gonna take the research slot now. And yeah, they're really trying to retake Silesia. I'm just taking that attention they put on Silesia to take over Bavaria, because now they have no tanks here, which kind of makes it easy for me to just push on that front. So yeah, that's how you kind of outplay the AI. You just see where they put the focus, and then you just encircle them somewhere else until they make somewhere else a stupid mistake, and then you push there. That's why I love horses, because they can really quickly exploit that. Making a nice encirclement over here, and now that I put the attention away from here, I encircle the tanks. It's a medium and a light tank now being encircled, because they panicked because of this encirclement and put everything into here. It is, yeah, once you kind of understand the AI a little bit and how they prioritize their battles, you can just outplay them quite quickly. I think I even played a bit too safe. I think I could have already won way more if I played a bit more risky, but with that tanks gone, we just gain a lot of authority over the entire front line here. We can even get mounted infantry now for even more bonuses. And down here, they've chosen the correct bonuses. Very good AI. And I do want to say this, we are winning without an air force. They are completely in charge of the air. It is just a horse being quicker than a plane, I guess. What I didn't notice is that we're next to Berlin. So I'm just gonna walk into Berlin because I can. We are in Berlin. This is so stupid. This encirclement is also closed, freeing up even more units. And yeah, we cut the German front line in half. Once again, very good news for us. Let's push further. Nice encirclement over here. Okay, I'm not getting this province because this unit bugs out. It retreats, it immediately stops, and then it retreats again. Meaning I can't encircle this entire thing, which is super bad news. Oh, there you go. Finally. Okay, Dresden stopped bugging out so we can encircle this now. Beautiful. Cost me like 2 months. Jokes aside, this was super stupid. But with all of these pockets closing and the back is secured, I think we should have quite the easy time defeating the rest of Germany. I did ask Poland for the land over here, so let's see if they say yes. They do. Very beautiful. As from my side, this pocket is closed. This pocket is closed. After this, -3 medium tank divisions for the Germans. That will sting. a lot. And with my units consolidated and them encircled, they should have super thin front lines now, meaning I think I don't need to be careful anymore. And I can just do this now. Goodbye, Germany. And we won. That was actually a good time for that. So, peace treaty is done. I did things to Germany, splitting it a bit apart, but I thought it fit the monarchist theme. So, there you go. Plus, it allowed me to steal the resources and get war reparations. So, that is good. And we finished this war in 1939. Yeah, it is still very much early game. And we ended the World War. It doesn't mean I'm done, though. I can do way more than that. War goal against Italy is done. Let's get in. And I got that from this beautiful focus over here. So let's call all the puppets in. And yeah, speaking of that, we're already encircling most of the Italian army. The horses once again have proven quite efficient in this playthrough. This is so stupid. I have to say, this is just so stupid. I love it though. Horses are great. There's so many Italians in here. It is crazy. And same over here, while we're already pushing into the flatland where our horses perform their best. Once again, this is so stupid. I kinda love it, okay? Horses are amazing. By the way, we still don't have an air force. I mean, we do kinda have one over here, but I'm not really building new air force. This is mostly... Yeah, you can see this is mostly borrowed air force. But I did integrate some anti-air, so... Yeah, let's just say I'm surprised we're pushing as well as we do. Because this entire playthrough, I've not invested once into air force. Not at all. Goodbye, Italian army in the north. And even better, this allows us to place a Habsburg on the throne of the Lombardo-Venetian region, giving us another puppet, which can also help us with this focus tree over here. Beautiful. So Mussolini is gone. I would say the big question now is, can we capitulate Italy before they turn into a puppet? No, the answer is sadly no. But I have a lot of political power, so we can just integrate them. Annoying, but not that horrible. War is over, meaning we have a little bit time to recover and maybe finally upgrade our units. Where I was thinking something like this could do some damage. And best of all, now that we have all of our crown lands and are all the way down here at the focus tree, we can rebrand our nation to something special, gain political power and stability, and most importantly, integrate and core our crown land. Very good. So yeah, this is not a purely puppet path. We can actually own the land. I just got even more puppets because I could. I don't know. I kind of find this funny. Plus, Italy is also not safe. Soviet Union is making moves, and I think very soon they will declare on Poland, which I maybe want them to do for reasons. This focus is done. I would say right after that, let's reverse the Italian unification and integrate most of the crown land that we have released. I will keep one around so we can finish this focus tree over here, but I also need manpower, so I'm integrating most of the populated land. And Italy annexed. Not sure if we needed to do that for this to work, but this way I get the navy, so yeah, I kind of wanted that. And you know exactly who will be the admiral of that. Mr. Horthy. Here is your calling. Apparently we can also delete all of the Italian units now, even the ones Italy can't. That is a very good change. Whoever did that at Paradox, thank you so much. This is something we really needed. And there you go. Austria integrated, Bohemia integrated, Montenegro integrated. For some reason I could integrate them. I take it. And Croatia, Salvonia integrated. Montenegro is not even a core. We just annex it. Wow, this is kind of useless. I don't know why Montenegro is in this list, but yeah, I take it. Anyways, there is a lot of cores that I gladfully take. Manpower-wise, we look very healthy now. I do gotta be rude now and kick out Poland because I want the Soviets to attack. They lost the war goal. Timed out. Okay, I guess. Anyways, Italy divided. Very beautiful. Also secured the last research slot. Very important because I'm still working on a navy project. Yeah, navy-wise, we kind of caught up. Still gotta do destroyers for a functioning navy. But yeah, I promised some navy play and we're gonna do it. Currently, I'm also working on getting some naval experience. You know what? I could also drill my navy a bit to get even more. And as a small spoiler, you might already see my plan for what we will do while we build the navy, because it will take some more time. So, war goal is done. I'm gonna call call in my puppet too to have a nicer front line. And yeah, you see a lot of green against the Soviets. They do be a bit annoying because, I mean, they have a lot of stuff, TLDR. But honestly, they're burning themselves out so quickly right now. I take it for like a few months. But yeah, the Air Force is annoying. But we can build decent planes to counter that now. And yes, Hungary really starts in the negative with research. I did learn that. So building a navy is not the best idea, but yeah, I kind of want to do it more often, so we're doing it. So it took some time and even preparing an Air Force, but we are cleaning up house. Yeah, the Soviet war with not Poland involved, which is now officially in the Allies. Yeah, it was harder, but I think we're ready now. Our units are fully supplied, and with that pocket gone, we should have enough people at the front line to do good damage. Very nice. Losses now, actually a lot on our side. I didn't even think it would be that much. Oh my god. But more than double on the Soviet side, and I would say with these losses and such a thinned out Soviet front line, let's give them hell. Yeah, I kind of looked away while microing Crimea. We pushed a lot more than I expected because my troops were already on the other side when I was microing this. Nice encirclement over here. Also, we secured Moscow. Didn't even notice that yet. The northern push is going quite quickly, so we will probably end the war this year. I can tell you that much. But yeah, beginning was a bit more difficult than I thought it would be. I mean, we're still just using kind of horses, but now with some Air Force in the play, this is easy. And in the background, we are building navy. Yeah, encircling Leningrad from both sides feels a bit different coming from the other side, but if it works, who am I to complain? Goodbye, Leningrad. I think this is over soon. Losses, 2.6 million on our side, a lot. 9 million on the Soviets, a lot more. And we've encircled so much, there's just not any Soviet army left. I didn't even expect that. That is very, very wild. Yeah, 98%. They are gone soon. And no, I didn't do a compliance government because I was a bit lazy. Okay. Big lag can only mean goodbye, Soviets. As for the Soviet Union itself, I have a plan. TLDR here. I do want to go through the focus tree, meaning I can later on release a Ukrainian kingdom and a Georgia. So I took the territory for myself. As for the rest, I made a good old puppet with once again resource rights and war reparations. So we should have more than enough resources now to build the navy. And we did officially defeat communism, which was our faction goal. Can also build the first atomic bomb, I guess. I might already be researching that. And yeah, now there's only one thing left to do. Prepare against the allies, which are quite big. But as I said, we have already been building navy in the background, so we're not 100% unprepared. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but we can form the European Union. The moment where I noticed that I wanted to do that and release a lot of puppets, which will cost me a lot of political power to reintegrate. Oh no. But while we wait for the allies, I'm gonna try this focus over here for taking over Spain. So let's see what it does. Turn into Habsburg Spain, and they join my faction. Very cool. But I would say, before we waste too much time on just doing nothing and endlessly preparing, let's actually start the war, because it's already 1944. Yeah, I might be working on another world congress right now. That video already takes forever, so I will try to keep it shorter today.
Are you sure?
Let's go in. Poland is already not that great. I'm sorry, Poland. Our navy is out over here, and I think I'll just put them out as one big blob, because the UK and the US probably have a lot of ships, and I need to thin them out before we do anything else. Funnily enough, I did ask Mexico to also become Habsburg. They are on the other side of the war, and they said yes. So they became Habsburgs, but I'm still at war with them. Okay, I think I brought the game to its limit with that. Yeah, they have an imperial ruler now. It is what it is. One naval invasion later, Turkey capitulated. We can annex Prussia, and yeah, I will legitimately try to annex all of these puppets now. I am a big stupid, and if I want to do the European Union, I need all of these annexed. So yeah, thanks God this is the path where I get nearly endless political power. Otherwise, this would be bad. But because this is gonna be a bit longer playthrough anyways, I don't care that much. But it does still suck a bit. Navy-wise, we're doing okay-ish. We have been damaged, but the first battle was not a loss. And fighting the allies will be a lot of micro, but yeah, generally speaking, we're winning with horses. And best of all, we have all the horse bonuses now. If you want to know how much, 5% attack here, 10% from this guy, another 10% here, bring us up to 25, 15% from this modifier down here, so plus 40. And that's just attack, not defense. On top of that, of course, our leader ability, or cavalry leader, and all the doctrine stuff. A lot of beautiful slow stuff. And that is why our horses, which should be, you know, a little bit outdated at this point, are still performing very well against tanks. I gotta say the Middle East is pretty much secured, which is good news for us. I do find it quite interesting that Iraq has a nuclear research facility. Can't believe they would do this. Good thing we went there, you know, mission accomplished. And in the background, I'm already working on releasing Ukraine because, as I said, I want to release all the states I can. Again, sorry, Poland. Yeah, my plan is very much changing a lot because I wanted to create puppet empires until I remembered, oh yeah, Otto can form the European Union. Now we have to do that, okay? We just have to. There's no other choice. I will sit here until 1955. Cut most of that out for you because I love you and just do it, okay? These horses, by the way, are shredding. It is crazy. Poor allies. This focus is done and we get semi-cursed borders. I gotta say that. Right after that, I will immediately throw in Georgia. Yeah, I gotta say these horses are crazy. Even through desert, they're just annihilating everything. Even Africa, it is so stupid. I don't know what to say. But I would say while we're pushing over here and I stop this offensive down here because pushing into Africa is a little bit of a waste of time after a while, I gotta say that. Let's call in our friends over here at the front line next to France and push from here. And yeah, we are successfully pushing through the Maginot Line. Yeah, I don't know when the Dutch joined. I gotta take care of that now because they rudely attacked me from the back while I was focusing on Africa. Good thing I noticed it because it's very easily pushed back. The Netherlands capitulated. Okay, I united the navy and now we're starting to dominate. Very good. Even catching some kind of everything navy over here. I have no idea what all of that is, but that was a lot of destroyers. And it's so many different navies. It is crazy. What is this? Oh my god. Yeah, we're doing the bigger naval battles now, and I gotta say, we're kind of dominating them now. With that, France is cleaned up, and we should prepare for Britain. Navy-wise, we are definitely winning. They overstacked so much aircraft carriers that we just won this. That is crazy. And naval landings like this just allow me to kind of thin out the numbers before we go into actual Great Britain. So yeah, thank you, allies. That is kind of useful. Like, look at that. These encirclements are crazy. Allied late game encirclements are just the wildest. I wish it would make a difference though. At this point, they have so many units. Slowly but surely, we are really thinning out the UK Navy. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a lot of aircraft carriers with no production. Please. Oh, 3 aircraft carriers. Beautiful. And we caught the rest. Let's go. Yeah, that is a lot of ships gone. And we caught even more. Yeah, the UK Navy is dominated. Only some remains really left. But the problem is I'm still locked out of the Mediterranean, at least a short way here. So they're having a good time in here. What I need to do now to really win this, and that's why I kind of screwed myself, is to unite the European Union. Yeah, I don't know. It's a central part of the video and I kind of forgot about it. So I guess you get extra suffering from that. But yeah, I'm mostly just waiting for political power right now. I'm waiting for my war justification on Belgium to be done. And that made me remember that this is a thing for quicker war justification. Yeah, I should really do that. Yeah, some of the allies were at war with Belgium and got most of the points. So they released a democratic Belgium again. And they have a modifier that justifying takes longer. So I'm gonna lose it very soon, guys. This is not good for my mental health. The navy sinking though, very good. And they officially have no more real navy anymore. Getting rid of Ethiopia now because them releasing all of this over here via their focus tree is very annoying. Literally cost me this front over here. So yeah, I am extending my front line and I'm permanently getting rid of the source of the problem. I gotta say that this is like the historical path that they always try to release all of Africa in the late game is very annoying because I really don't want to fight them, but I have to, like every game. And yeah, they are gone. I will just occupy this because the allies will be called into the war anyways. So let's do that. Stabilized a lot of the front lines, closed the Mediterranean. So I would say let's go to Britain. As I said, they don't really have a real navy left, so this should be easy. I just maybe don't have manpower because I should be able to form the European Union right now. I just can't. And if you want to play this for yourself, just don't dismantle Germany. Turn them into one Germany or directly annex, doesn't matter. The only reason I'm so behind is because I'm stupid and I deserve this, okay? I need 300, 600, 900, 1,000 and 200, 1,500, 1,800, 2,100 political power just to annex this. Then I can click this. But to be fair, I really wanted to see what this does, and I haven't dismantled Germany in quite a while, so I regret it, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure I would do it again. Like, I shouldn't, but I probably would. Good thing we have the political power buff, though. That is very helpful. And we're also doing this. I have no chill anymore. I do gotta say, the Africa side plot with Ethiopia took me 3 years to solve. That was absolute hell. I didn't have the manpower to attack them, but yeah, that is really nice to finally have that stabilized. Oh my god. I lost like 1 million manpower to that. It is crazy. But anyways, let's go to Britain. Okay, risky naval landing. We're losing a lot of air against the allies, but if we can take out Britain, we would weaken the allies by a lot, and they are a staging port for so many naval invasions. Getting rid of them would be amazing. I gotta say, the amount of allies here is crazy. So much units. I guess I'm just gonna sit this one out until they're out of equipment, and we are not. So trying a bit of an encirclement in Wales now, and yeah, they are so grinded down that it's basically for free. I might have also harassed the supply, so yeah. Goodbye, half of the forces in Great Britain. Very good. There is so many divisions here. There's over 100 Mexicans. Yeah. Goodbye, Britain. I will not miss you. Not at all. This was dreadful. What I didn't expect is a French civil war in all of this, so 2,100 political power later, we can finally integrate the last puppet we need and form the Union of European States, coring everything that you see highlighted. And we're gonna need those cores. Oh, manpower. Oh my god, that is such a change in manpower from 0 to 25 million. Yep, I should have had this 5 years ago when I conquered the territories and not now when I integrated the territories. So, big recommendation from my side. I know, out of nowhere, don't puppet everything because it will take you forever to get this done. When I do something stupid, I keep the video rolling, okay? I stand for my mistakes. But this time around, it was a very stupid mistake, and I spent a lot of years fixing it. A lot. Anyways, we can finally prepare for the naval invasion of the US, and this should finally end the war. I know there's Brazil now. Oh my god. But I gotta say, no matter what comes now, we will win. We have 1,000 mills, endless resources, and endless manpower. Yeah, we gotta have a good time now. And I don't know how much I showed there, but at this point, even the US doesn't really have a navy anymore. I mean, the British only have submarines now, and the French don't look that good either. Yeah, we're kind of winning. Second French Communist uprising. Both of them are 100% communist. What is this?
12 seconds later.
You wouldn't believe it. A new commune of France just dropped. Yeah, I feel like this point I should take France out of the misery. It's just endlessly happening now. Anyways, let's go to Brazil. And yes, I'm landing with horses. You can't stop me. We don't need marines in this channel. Jokes aside right now, we did actually land. I honestly was convinced this would fail because we didn't get the port, but nope, we fought through it, we landed. Welcome to Brazil. And with the rest of the horses arriving right now, we should have this. Beautiful. So I would say good training for the US, landing in Brazil. I might have also started a side project over here with a new type of division we're gonna use now. Because next to this horse division, we'll also be using bicycle divisions. Yeah, we have them. Hungary. What a beautiful focus tree with beautiful units and beautiful choices. And to test them out, I thought we could snack Bulgaria. Thank you, Bulgaria, for joining this experiment. They didn't answer my call, but I took this as a yes. Brazil is gone. And I think as for now, I will just dig in Brazil because they're a good front line to hold. Especially to distract a lot of the allied units on the front line, just like Africa, meaning that when we land in the US, a lot of the US troops will not be there.
Are you sure?
I mean, to be fair, it already had 7 million losses to me, and I have no idea what's happening in Iran.
Yeah, I've seen this one. This is a classic.
I mean, we also have very high losses now, but to be fair, for the last 6 years, we are fighting the world. Okay, that's my excuse. This was all red, and now it's starting to become green. We are getting Bermuda. That is very good. That will be 100% our jumping point to the US. Yeah, I gotta say, naval dominance is something we really have. I never stopped building in the background, which is building partially outdated now, but still level 4 aircraft carriers and destroyers. It works really well. I gotta say, I do enjoy that I try to jump over my own shadow and go more into Navy. A lot of resources, especially at the beginning, but having naval dominance makes this game very easy. Very, very easy. You don't need to wait for a random whim where the AI puts the entire Navy into the port to repair. No, you can just go out whenever you want. I'm not used to that. Maybe I should play Britain again. Or the US. But to be fair, the US needs a new focus tree, okay? Like the current US focus tree, I love love you, but I can only play you so much. I do want to say the US built an ice carrier. What? I've never seen the AI do that. That is truly a blessed timeline. So a little trick I will do now. I will order my entire army to go on this island, which will kill them supply-wise. It's a bit of a gamble, but as these go out and come over here, I will very soon send these out, and then we don't have to wait for our entire army to cross the Atlantic before we go into the US. I gotta say, I saw a lot of US troops on the coast, so they might still have a high presence, which would kinda suck. Come on, give me one port. I'm doing drastic measures and do force attacks with 2 unique generals, which is a bit of a cheesy strat, but if you get this port, yes we do, I don't care. I gotta say, this all was very high risk, but also high reward, and with the units arriving now, we should have this. Yeah, only needing to hold this for a few days is way better than weeks, because I think I wouldn't hold it much longer. There's so much US tanks coming now. Little side quest of Switzerland, but I do gotta say the push in the US is, yeah, not possible right now. 20% modifier plus an air supremacy of this? Yeah. But yeah, Switzerland has fallen. We now have even more units ready for the invasion. I did just notice we can core a lot of land. I didn't know we can form that European Union, the actual good one, where we can core even more. Yeah, we can even core Britain. We just need the Shetland Islands. I did test runs, and apparently I still don't know what I'm doing. I hope I'm not your go-to HOI4 YouTuber for strategies. I'm so sorry. I do be researching fun things now for the future, but I've accepted my fate over here with the next failed naval invasion that we just need real divisions at this point. The US has 3 divisions per tile. We need tanks. I know, I'm building actual stuff. It is a dire situation when Florius builds actual stuff. And there we go. Britain secured. Let's core it. So some time has passed. My plans have changed a little bit, and I'm preparing a naval invasion to Mexico because the US is just a bit hard to land. But I've also something else prepared now called a nuclear warhead plus a missile site in Bermuda. So yeah, we can start sending joy to the US while we're not here, and they can enjoy that. But jokes aside, so much time has passed that I secured all of Europe in the meantime. Like, the Mediterranean is 100% under my control. The only thing I didn't secure is this sliver of Norway over here, but that's for the sole reason that, I don't know, it's just a bit annoying. So a few nukes later, we did land in Florida, and I gotta be honest, we will probably need the nukes to win this, because yeah, at a certain threshold, the US is just not gonna be fun anymore to fight. This is awful. Now I'm super late here because I lost a lot of manpower against the Soviets and couldn't really go into offense that early. So yeah, I'm kind of paying the price. I thought this will be a one-day recording, fun video. Yeah, this is day 4 of this recording. There's a lot of hours in this recording. I am ashamed to say so. But at the same time, I love to double down when something doesn't go as planned. So yeah, I'm also just nuking the airfields in the background to reduce the US Air Force a bit. Works, mostly. Yeah, this naval invasion goes a lot better. You can't even compare it. I might have also introduced a little bit of a tank division. Does a lot. Very expensive, but yeah, we have endless resources at the moment. It is just physical capacity holding us back. And we are finally done. Yeah, don't tell me anymore I'm not finishing my wars, because this was hell. But I did, okay? We did finish this war. And I tell you straight up, no more puppets. You're just gonna take everything directly here. Got an achievement. No friends, only family. And yeah, we are at war with China now. You know what? We can do this in a stream, but I hope you can forgive me if I just don't want to do wars anymore. It is 1954. Hello, editing Florius here. I did it. The losses are crazy. Also got 2 more achievements. This one is crazy, but I won. So goodbye, China. 1957. Endless factories, endless manpower, limited conscription. Yeah, but there you go. Uniting the world as the Habsburgs. If you want to play this path too, which I thoroughly recommend, this is a lot of fun. Just don't puppet Europe, and maybe don't just rely on horses after a while. Soviet War was kind of brutal. You should have a great time, honestly. The path is amazing. Whatever the US did, that wasn't fun. But the path itself, great time. These were my divisions, plus bicycle. Not gonna lie, these were a little bit worse than the horses. They were not that great. And as always, I love you. No matter if you just watch the videos or are grateful enough supporting me financially, because it does help a lot. In terms of channel, a lot is coming very soon, but I will save it for the next big video. I'm planning a wall conquest coming very, very soon, GM, which also involves Habsburg. Little spoiler. And yeah, this was supposed to be a little video before that. It got big. I'm recording this over 4 days now. It's crazy. Anyways, I wish you all the best. Until next time. Bye.